The office was quiet, save for the hum of the air conditioner and the occasional click of keyboards. Most of the staff had left for the day, but Akira and Yumi remained, their desks bathed in the soft glow of desk lamps. Akira, a diligent project manager, was reviewing a report for the umpteenth time. His tie was loosened and his sleeves rolled up, revealing strong forearms. Across the room, Yumi, the new marketing strategist, was typing furiously, her glasses perched on the bridge of her nose. Her pencil skirt hugged her curves, and her blouse hinted at the delicate lace beneath. Akira glanced up, his eyes lingering on her for a moment too long. He quickly looked away, but not before Yumi caught his gaze. She smiled faintly, her lips curving in a way that made his heart skip a beat. The next day, the two found themselves alone in the break room. Yumi was reaching for a coffee mug on the top shelf, her heels lifting her just enough to make her wobble. Akira, standing behind her, instinctively reached out to steady her. His hands rested on her waist, warm and firm. "Careful," he murmured, his voice low and smooth. Yumi froze, her breath catching. She turned to face him, their bodies now inches apart. The air between them crackled with unspoken tension. For a moment, neither moved, their eyes locked in a silent conversation. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice trembling slightly. Akira nodded, reluctantly pulling his hands away, but the memory of her warmth lingered on his fingertips. A sudden rainstorm trapped them in the office late that evening. The sound of rain pattering against the windows filled the room, creating an intimate cocoon. Akira offered to walk Yumi to her car, but by the time they reached the lobby, the downpour had intensified. "Looks like we're stuck," Yumi said, her voice tinged with amusement. Akira glanced at her, his eyes dark with something she couldn't quite place. "I don't mind," he replied. They sat on the lobby couch, the silence between them charged with anticipation. Yumi shivered, and Akira, without thinking, draped his suit jacket over her shoulders. His fingers brushed against her skin, sending a shiver down her spine. "You're cold," he said, his voice soft. "Not anymore," she replied, her eyes meeting his. Days turned into weeks, and the tension between them grew unbearable. One evening, as they worked late again, Akira finally broke the silence. "Yumi," he began, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "I can't stop thinking about you." Yumi's breath hitched. She set down her pen and turned to face him. "Akira, Before she could finish, he closed the distance between them, his lips capturing hers in a kiss that was both tender and urgent. The world outside faded away, leaving only the two of them, lost in the moment. The next morning, they arrived at the office together, their hands brushing discreetly as they walked to their desks. The office was alive with the usual chatter, but for Akira and Yumi, everything felt different. They shared secret smiles and stolen glances, their connection now undeniable. As the day went on, Yumi found herself replaying the previous night in her mind. The way Akira's hands had felt on her skin, the way his lips had tasted it, was intoxicating. She knew this was just the beginning of something beautiful.